Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's Shanna. Hi, Daria. Glad you could make it. Jay had mentioned that he had plans again this evening. He's just a little social butterfly these Sunday evenings, and he messaged me and said, "Hey, feel free to go early." And so I thought, well, the group's usually hanging around at 7 o'clock, so I might as well go ahead and get started. So anyway, um, I put out a video today that I had recorded when I did some cleaning in my craft room and then did an unboxing. And Janice said it had inspired her, but I didn't want her to get too inspired because I came back in today and I had another mess that I had to clean up because, crafting, you're just having one mess after the other. I mean, I just can't keep it clean. I just get involved in a project and it's a mess, but I like to keep it real tidy. So I know I've watched a lot of craft videos and my cleanness or my messy is a lot different than some other messies. So anyway, so tonight we're going to be working with some Spellbinder product from Simon Hurley. I know I'm a little bit behind the game because I know Jana, I've already seen a card that Jana has made with it. Hey Jenny, welcome. Glad you could join us. And I have something fun that I'm going to show you guys. I think I'll wait for a minute. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get started with this elf set. So this is the Santa's elf, and there are 20. I need to switch my screen. And we've got the comments running there on the screen. I don't know if you guys like that or not. It's like a beta. They're testing it with YouTube, and I just turned it on. So if you don't like it and it's in the way, holler at me and I'll get it out of there. I can see just kind of in the lower corner there that, all of the feed, the chats that you guys are having is showing up there. So I just thought I would try that, see if you like it, and we'll go from there. So anyway, I've got the Santa's Elves, and this is from Simon Hurley. It's Simon's North Pole Friends, and there are 24 cutting dies, and you've got all the little bits and pieces. Now, I did do some die cutting with these. We are going to do some die cutting because, of course, I've got the new Empress machine, and so we're going to show it off a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, these are super cute. And I went ahead and I kind of created a background panel for it, and I thought we would just get started assembling them. And I am learning, and I did go ahead and print off the front. I get these dies without any cover, any packaging. And so I went ahead and did that. And I also went ahead and printed off. I've noticed people posting, somebody had posted on the Three Magi, one of the dies, and said, "What are these for?" And it actually was the beard for the Magi. But so if you go on the site and you get the little guide, then you'll know what everything's for. But I did go ahead and do that on these just so I'd have it. But I've got all my bits and pieces in this little tray, and I thought that we would get to assembling on this. So yeah, Jenny, I I thought if I got the mini, I would want the larger one. So I just decided I've got the Scout. I don't need a mini. And I thought, go for the big one. And while we're talking about it, let me just show you these big plates. Well, first of all, I'll show you the regular plates. I've got them laying here, and I've been using them. These things, they're kind of similar to what we're used to with our Platinum 6 size-wise. They're probably a little bit bigger, but I mean, they're in the ballpark. But let me show you these other plates. And you do have a small metal one as well. These things are enormous. And I don't know if I showed it on but I'm going to lay this down here. This thing is 13 and a half by 7. These are huge. Just think how much die cutting, and I haven't even opened them because they're so big, how much you could get on there and just run through in one pass. It is just unbelievable. So I'm going to try that probably when we do some massive Christmas card making. But these plates are humongous. And like I said, I've been using the small ones. And you get the A, the B, the D. You get 2 A's. And then I started out with a shim, and I don't really need that much pressure. I guess, if I don't know though, I was using Spellbinder's cardstock, and I still didn't feel like I needed the shim. But anyway, so yeah, you can do a lot of, sorry about that loud noise. You can do a lot of die cutting with that. But anyway, So this little set here is just so cute, and I thought it'd be fun to work with it a little bit and just do a little assembly. So this is the fussy bits and pieces where you have, all the little pieces that you have to put together that I really enjoy. And I will tell you, I'm on a 4-alarm holiday emergency here, craft emergency, I should say, and that I have barely no glue left. I've got all my glue bottles here tipped over trying to get the glue down. I ordered my Barely Art glue. It's not here yet. And I've been even using this Eileen's Hobby Lobby glue because I'm like in a glue emergency going on here. I had my bigger bottle over there and it just had just a teeny little bit in it and it dried up. So I'm probably going to struggle with gluing tonight. So I'm just going to warn you that I'm tearing off this piece of paper and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here so that we can maybe make a puddle. Actually, I bet that Eileen's would be better for that. Anyway, so it should be here tomorrow, I hope. Anyway, so yeah, and this is like clogging up. There we go. This Eileen's it's nice and clear and everything, but it's kind of a thicker glue. So I don't know if you guys have tried that or not, but I thought for these little pieces we would just make a puddle and just touch them to the glue and then lay them down. So anyway, well, I'm not meaning to make anybody jealous. I had I was having trouble with my Scout, which one of the pieces that you roll down had one of the tips had broken off, and Spellbinders is replacing it. I should get it probably tomorrow, so that's nice. But I just thought I wanted to get an electric machine, and so that's what I did. So here's the little candy cane. It's so cute, and I'm just gonna start. And I think the heads are the same for the elves. The hair is different. You've got a girl and a boy, and we've got some little cheek pieces, and these are just teeny tiny. So, and I've got all these little white pieces in there. I thought I would bring in like a marker, which I didn't grab. So let me grab really quick. I don't know what all colors we need, but I'm going to grab the pink for the cheeks. So when we go to add them, and I may be hard pressed to get these glued down with my glue and all that. Yeah, good. Okay, I've had it upside down, so hopefully we'll be able to get stuff out of there. And I need, these things are tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. What I need to do is I'm going to bring my Misty in, and I've got my waffle flower. Where'd that go? I've got my waffle flower sticky mat in here, and I can add some color, but I have lost one of my cheeks already. Did you guys see that thing go flying? All right, we're going to get another one because I got them in here. There's one. And I mean, these are tiny little bits and pieces. And when you cut them out in white, it's hard to tell what you got. So I'm just going to lay them down on here. Hopefully I'll find the other one, because I'll need them for my other elf. And I'm just going to add some color to it. There we go. And then we'll get them laid down. Now, I had my glue on there, but it flipped over, so I'm going to have to give a little bit more glue. So anyway, hopefully we'll have our regular crowd join in. We're starting to get some people in, so that's fun. So we had our cat scrappiness release this weekend. Jana and I did. So we had a bunch of videos. You guys are not going to believe this. I think I did a total of 7 videos for that release, because I did a video for each product on the Cat Scrappiness channel, and then I did an overall video on my channel. And so I think I did 7 videos for that release. And we have another release coming this weekend, and it's going to be fun too. So this is our little gal. Do we have little pieces for the eyes? Let me see. Where's my little chart? I don't know. Oh, I guess just the back of the hair or whatever. So I'm going to take that out and I'm going to, well, I'm needing my different markers. Sorry about this. I'm just going to give her some blue eyes. I'll just color across there where I think the eyes will be. And then we'll just tuck her in and she'll have some blue eyes. One thing that was interesting about that hop and about the, I guess I need it for the mouth too. No, we have a piece for the mouth. Was that we all used the cup of Joe, and Daria and I were talking about it, and we all did them, we all assembled them very differently. So that was interesting. So that's a real quick way you can add the colors to the eyes. I just put it on the back of the hair and then laid that on there. So that'll work. And then let's see, according to where's my little mouthpiece that I have? It's been a minute since I die cut this out, so I might be kind of stumbling through this. I think, I don't know. We'll just move on to something else until I get down to the bits and pieces that I need. Now, Jana has assembled it, so she can probably tell me, um, what I need to do. Let's go ahead and do our little guy, and we'll get him laid down on there. And I'm going to do his eyes too. And I just gave him some dark blonde hair, and they've got some really pale skin. So these are some elves. So, okay, so I'm in full panic mode now because this week is leading up to Vacation Bible School, and I have to decorate the stage and all of the room, get all of the areas decorated. And so I'm starting to panic because it is a lot. My sister and I went on Friday night, and we were at the church until 9:30. We built a boat, a ship, I guess I should say. And we got all of our stuff organized and tried to get a game plan in place. So I'm hoping that it comes together. And that's cute. I haven't got any glue on there yet, but we'll get it glued down. The theme is shipwrecked. And so that's what the theme is. And we'll have to get our ship and all of our bits and pieces and everything. I think for the guy, since I lost that, I'm just going to add a little bit of color to his cheeks instead of laying those dyes down there since I lost one of them. And that'll be okay. I think my husband just came in. So that's cute. All right. So we've got the little dress for the little gal. Okay. We have, okay. I think this neck piece, we can add the color to the mouth. And they're not, do they even show the neck? Oh, they do. Okay. Yeah. So that is the little neck piece. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to get a little glue on there and just kind of shove it up in there. Whoops. This is the fidgety part. There we go. There we go. That's cute. And then we can color in the mouth and put it in her mouth there. I think there's like a mouth and a tongue that goes inside there. And then I believe this is, and I've got I die cut some things out in different colors so that we could do the red and the green, but just kind of keeping the traditional Christmassy colors for them. And I basically just offset. I did red for one. Hey, Jim. Jim is here and Jana is here. And I'm not ready to die cut, but I'm just going to show you guys something. So here we go. There it is. I still have a rodent problem. Have I got the bugs flying around? Yeah. Now I went ahead and set up a third camera so that I could bring in the what I've labeled as impressive, the Empress. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun, and when we get to die cutting, we'll show that. But I did go ahead and set up another camera. So isn't that fun? So Kathy Zilski has her little uh, camera on her Empress. So Shanna makes it can do it too. So I thought it'd be fun. So what I did was I went and found an old phone. Um, and I think I don't even know what kind of phone it is, but it still worked. Oh, you thought I was playing with the Mickey dies. That's why you were saying rodent problem. I thought you meant because I'd had some gnats. Well, that's not really a rodent, but I'd had some gnats flying around my craft room that were driving me nuts on a couple of my lives. And anyway, switch screens, please. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. Um, but no, I'm working with and I've got them laying here so I can show you. We've got the Simon Hurley Santa's Elves, and we're working with that tonight. And we've got a lot of pieces, and I've got a lot of them die cut out, but we'll just get going on it. But yeah, I always forget when I change the screens to make sure I get them changed back. So Daria knows that because she goes live with me on Mondays, and sometimes I forget to do that. Anyway, so we're going to go live tomorrow. What else do I need here? And I think we're going to be doing Christmas unless we've changed our minds. So we have 2 sets of arms, and I think they're pretty similar. I don't know if it matters which ones you use on which person, just depending on how you want their arms to go. I don't think it really matters. So just looking at my pieces parts. Oh, you're doing Christmas. Okay. I just came across when I was getting organized here. Um, they sent me my Better Press of the Month late, so I've got it, and I've not used it yet. So I'll probably use that tomorrow, maybe along with the Merry Moments kit. So if you guys want to see some more of that, probably have that Merry Moments kit um, out and ready to play with. So I guess she's going to have red arms that kind of match her little, I don't know what you call that, little collar. And then she'll have some green gloves. So we'll do that. These are so cute. Now, somebody said in the Spellbinders chat that some of the products from this release are already sold out. Now, I looked on these 2 products that I'm going to bring in. I've got another one that I want to show too. And it does not appear that they are sold out yet. So I think we're okay there. I have some little cuffs that I need to put on the arms. I'm going to have to color those in as well. So anyway, these should be still available in the store if you're interested in them. I was thinking I would do a little short of all the Christmas cards that I've made in July. So when we get to the end of July, I'll probably do that because I have made several and I think it'd be fun to see all of them. Oops, get that lined up. Anyway, so the rest of the week, now I'm going to go live with Daria tomorrow morning, and then the rest of the week, I am going to be spending a lot of time at the church. So I don't know what all I'm going to get done. I'm going to have to get, like my releases and that stuff. I'll have to get that done, but it's probably going to be pretty slim pickings for me because I'm going to have to because I'll have the kids during the day, and then I'll be at the church at the night trying to get it ready. And then once it gets going, it should be good because I don't have a role other than leading the decorating, so I won't have to be there every night for that. Trying to get these little mouthpieces and all these tiny little bits laid down here so I can add some color to them. Probably should have done that ahead of time. And I know you can't hardly see because I'm not zoomed in very much, but so there's some cuffs for their arms, and I'm going to make them just kind of a lighter green. Do I have green gloves for both of them? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. So we'll just make them a lighter green for all of those. And then I think this little bit here is, did I bring in a pink one? Where'd my pink marker go? There it is. Okay. This looks like their mouthpiece. And I know you guys can't hardly see them, but when I get some color added on them, I think that is their mouthpiece. So nothing like assembling a die that has all of the little bits and pieces for the first time on a live. That's how I roll. You guys know that. Oh, do I want it on the glove? I think I do. I think it goes right on the glove. Yes. So that's cute. These are super cute. Her hair is falling off. I need to get some glue on there so she doesn't lose her wig. There we go. Cute. Anyway, so that's what I got going on this week. Today, the kids decided that they were going to go out to lunch together, which was good because I didn't plan a meal. And Pat had said, "You're going to be so busy. Why don't we just get pizza?" And so that's what we did. And then I took a nap. So we had a really nice Sunday afternoon. It was pretty easy. And it was storming, like just raining cats and dogs here. And it was dark and gloomy. And so it was a great day to take a nap. So that's what I did. So I'm just moving on to the little guy's outfit. We're just kind of doing bits and pieces at a time here. Janice said you love all the fiddle bits. I know. I put on that post, what's your favorite crafting technique? I put on their die cutting, and I saw, Daria, that you said you're with Shanna. You like the die cutting too. It is just fun, all the little bits and pieces and everything. It's like, hey, Gloria, welcome. It's like, to me, and I've said this before, it's like playing with paper dolls, like you did when you were a kid. It's just fun. So, anyway, get this neck laid down on there. I want to get it like that. Okay. She's going to have a longer neck than he is because I made his neck a little bit shorter. That's okay. I've got a long neck. That's for sure. I'm a tall girl. I wore a black pantsuit to church today, and one of the ladies said, "I'm going to get me a black pantsuit so I can look tall and thin like you do." But I am a tall girl. I'm not as tall as Shanna. We've talked about that before. Jana is. She's taller than I am, but I'm a pretty good sized girl. So, all right, we'll get his arms on here. I don't know how I want their arms positioned because I really don't have a plan for what they're going to be doing, but we'll roll with it. So this is our little guy. Now we have these little mouths or tongues or whatever they are. And we'll get them laid down in here. So cute. I think that's how that goes in there. I actually think it's a two-piece, but we're going to go with one piece, I think. And maybe are they the same? Or are they different? Well, it fits in there. Well, no, it's the same head. That's right. It is. I said that already. It's one die for both heads. So it should be the same. Okay, now that is their tongues are like completely sticking out. Okay, so let's see. Just looking at some of my bits and pieces. We need to get his little gloves on, and then the little cuffs. This is going to take a minute. I don't know if we're going to get to our other die set yet. I actually have, in addition to this, I have 2 more that I need to work with. I showed you the little car one and we didn't get to it last time. I've got all the bits and pieces there, the Yuletide ride, and I've got everything. Well, I don't think I have it all die cut out, but I have colors chosen for it. But anyway, I don't think we're going to get to that. I'm hoping to get around to it, but I've just got a lot of stuff going on. So let's see. Later this week, I've got, with Kinder's Card Challenge, we've got the Pretty Pink Posh hop going on. So that's going to be fun. That's the first time I've worked with their product. So I was excited to do that. So and I had a lot of fun with that particular card. I actually did 2 cards in a video. It was super, super fun. Let's see. What are we all talking about? Janice says, I love being tall. I do too, because you can stretch out. You can stretch your food out. Fill your legs up with food. The Simon Hurley set. I'm trying to see what are we making elves? Yes, Gloria, we are making elves. It is the Santa's Elves with a Simon Hurley set. I actually have the clauses too that I'm hoping that we'll get at, so we can work with those as well. But super, super fun. Yeah, did it release last Friday? We had a couple of their products, and I think this was one of them. And I was actually kind of relieved. It was supposed to release sooner, and it didn't come in, so they had to release it a little bit later, which I was glad because I just didn't have the time that I needed to work with everything, and so I was glad for that delay. But I guess some of the parts, I think maybe the polar bears might be the ones that were sold out when I looked. But I believe that the products that I'm working with today are still available, so you can get those. And I think I've linked it in the description box below. So if you want to get them, if you'll shop with those links, I know I'd say this, but it does help me. I appreciate it a lot. So, okay, so we got that. Now, I've got some other things that I'm not sure what I need. I think, I've got the hats, the trim for the hats. We've got some shoes, or we can add some decorative elements to the shoes if we want to do that. So I've got those. So I think I'll do that next. The sign and the polar bear are sold out. Yeah, I knew there was something, and you may be able to get them at scrapbook.com. They may be carrying them. I don't know, but you might be able to get them there. But I did link up Spellbinders because they were still available when I looked. So, which I was glad. I was like, oh man, because they were chatting about that in the Spellbinders base camp, and I was like, I haven't even got to work with them yet, and they're sold out. But I'm glad they weren't. So, anyway, isn't that cute? It's coming together. I need the green ones for her. I must have die cut out some extra ones, not knowing what I was going to do, but do the green ones for her. It's fun. Such a fun set. I love the Christmas in July products. It has just been so fun. Wonder if there's this, that felt looks different. I don't know. That is different. What am I? Oh, here it is. Okay. No, I don't want a red one. See, that one is different. It looks like that. All right, well, let's get our little die. And hopefully I have some of that green somewhere. and I can die cut it out while I do. So you've got all 4 of them on there, and evidently I should have them because I ran it through on the different colors. There it is. Oh, good. I was going to say I should have had it. All right. Well, we don't have to do that. I thought we was going to have to bring in the die cutting machine and get the right color because I didn't want to lay a red one on top of there because she's got the red pants or whatever. There we go. I was telling Daria, sometimes you can't see the forest for the tree. Oh, they are available as a full set. So if you go as a bundle, oh, smart. That's, Spellbinder's trying to get you to do the bundle. So it'd be a cute little bundle to have all together. I didn't get all the pieces. I'm really trying to, as I'm looking at it, I'm trying to say, okay, what do I have time to work with and not, not overload myself. So I didn't get all of them. But I had to have these because I thought they were darling. Okay, so there's that little hat. Okay, let's get these feet out of the way. And then this one. And I suppose you could put either hat on either one of them. I don't think it matters. We were, speaking of the weather being gloomy and stuff, at church this morning when we were playing in the praise team, it was just booming and the lights were flickering and everything was flashing. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, are we going to get electrocuted with all these guitars and amplifiers and all this stuff and everything? But I'm sure we were fine, but it was really getting with it. So anyway, and then got home and I had broke this one, so I need to find my other one. I have a replacement tip for it, but I can't lay my hand on it at the moment. Anyway, so got home and got our pizza, and I was doing a video and then just decided that I was going to take a nap. I hardly ever take naps, but I needed one, and it was so gloomy and it was just storming. And but I did, once I got up, I did go out, and because I had 3 great big peppers that I got from the garden, and I thought I was going to stuff them. And so I did get all my stuff ready to stuff them and everything. And when I made my mixture to stuff them, I had a bunch. And so I went out in the garden, raining, and I grabbed 4 more. So I stuffed 7 peppers today, is what I did. And got them ready to go. And I went ahead and froze one of the containers of it. And I told Pat I wasn't going to freeze the other one because I thought we would have them this week. And then I'll just make some more because we do several pepper plants. So we're going to have lots of peppers. And so we'll be able to do that. But that is going to be good. And I have some bananas in there that I need to make some banana bread out of because they have gotten soft. Isn't that cute? Now, I could have made the color of the skin a little bit warmer, I think. Spellbinders has the exclusive reindeer set. I saw that too. I didn't get that, I don't think. Before we went live, I've got a bin underneath the table here, and I was looking at all of the things that are upcoming, and I was like, ooh, I gotta get busy. And there's that one. So cute. Your garden's not doing much, Jenny? I've heard some people say that, that some of the gardens aren't doing much, but we are doing pretty good. We have got, let's see, what do I need? Which is which? I think that one's that one. What's that? It looks like I only cut out one belt. Just looking at my pieces parts. I think this was the back of a mouth, and then you put the tongue on it, and it would look. And I maybe grabbed the wrong piece for the tongue. I'm not sure, but anyway, I've only die cut out one belt, so we'll go ahead and get this laid down on here. We'll have to get another one, but oh, back to the garden. So we've got carrots and onions and peppers and cucumbers and just tons of tomatoes. We do multiple tomato plants. And then we have, I've got sweet potatoes that I'm trying for the first time in the backyard. So I don't know if I'll have success with it or not. My girlfriend had gotten some sweet potato, I don't know, stems or vines or whatever you want to call them. And she was a little overzealous in her purchase. And so she'd put a message out to our little group of friends and said, "Did anybody want any?" So I took some and another friend took them. And so we're all trying them out for the first time. So I don't know if you guys have any experience with sweet potatoes, but this will be my first. I love them. Pat doesn't like them at all. So I think there are some little tiny bits that go on her hair for like ponytail holders. So I need to put, these are the little cuffs that go on the boots. So I need to put these on there. And then we'll find the pieces that go in her. I'm telling you, these are some tiny pieces that we've got going on here. And I did these in white, and that's okay. We can have some white trim on here. Some of the little bits, I was like, I don't even know what they go for, so I'm just going to die cut them out in white, and then we can color them whatever color we want to color them. And we could put the lighter green on there like we did the other, like the cuffs on the mittens. We could do that. Because we're going to have a lighter green background panel. So that'll work. Okay, let's see. Only potatoes you can eat. They're the only potatoes you can eat. Oh, I love sweet potatoes. I mean, it's like candy. Who couldn't love that? I don't understand. Oh, I missed the other little cuff on his arm. I don't know who couldn't love them. It's like dessert, and it's a healthier potato for you. Love it. My husband doesn't like them, and he doesn't like sweet tea or unsweet or iced tea, any kind of iced tea. I drink it unsweetened, but he doesn't like tea. He doesn't like sweet potatoes. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Love them. Now, I do make a sweet potato casserole, usually for Thanksgiving, that is just fantastic. And he has sampled that before and thought it was okay. But it's just pure. Oh, it's dessert. It's so good. All the brown sugar and the goodies that you put on there. It's got coconut and pecans. And, ooh, good. Good, good, good. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Okay, there we go. We're getting close now. He needs a belt and she needs some hair pieces. So I think her little hair pieces are, oh my gosh, they're just teeny tiny. And I'm trying to see what I have left in here. I think it's probably this and that. And so hopefully I will not lose them. Trying to get them out of here. I mean, they are just tiny. I've got it upside down. Turn it over. Okay, now we can add some color to it. Maybe we can actually see it. I think I'll make them, I want to make them red. So I'm gonna have to grab a red marker. Sorry, I'm ill prepared. We'll just go with a vivid red, and that way they'll show on her hair. I thought maybe red would be better. Oh, let's see, is there anything else going on in the chat? Oops. Nope, Okay, so I'll just put, they've got like etched detail right here where these pieces go. So we'll just put a little dot of glue on there, and it shows you just right where they go. But I'm telling you, it is a teeny tiny piece. There we go. Get down there. Get on there. Okay. So there we have it. Can you see those little tiny hair bows? Super, super cute. Okay. All right. Now we've got some other little bits and pieces that we can assemble. I need a belt for him. And we need to get our packages assembled. So I think what I was doing with the packages is I was going to just kind of go with the light green and the dark green on it and get it laid down on there. And I don't know if we'll use two or not. And then we've got the red, and we'll bring in that lighter green and lay it down there. Now it looks like I did die cut out the other, the other kind of belt piece, but I didn't get the other black piece. So we'll have to get that. So we'll get this laid down on here. All right, I think we need to get our little lollipop going. And it is a 3-piece. You've got the, the handle, and then you could do multiple colors, but I wanted mine to be green and white. I think I actually could use, let's go ahead and bring in that other green color that we've been using for everything else. And we'll have a 2-tone green lollipop. Of course, you could do red and white or whatever, but this is what I chose to do. So we'll just color it in and get it laid down on there. Oh, mercy. Okay. Just checking the chat out. So I was mentioning that craft room cleanup video that I ran. I was telling Jana, I said I was debating on whether to run it or not because my hair was a mess. I had no makeup on, and it was just hilarious. But I went ahead and ran it. I've kind of gotten over my fear of imperfection on YouTube. When I first started, I would just fret and fret and fret over, voiceovers and just everything, and trying to make it perfect. And I'm like, ugh, nobody's perfect. I'm gonna stop trying to be something that I'm not. Now we could also, because we brought in the red, we could also just go ahead and make this handle red, and that would be fun. So I'll just do that. There we go. Okay, so it looks like at this point I need to get the belt for him, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm going to need to grab that piece. It's weird because there are two together. It makes you think, but that is not. And that's what I thought. I thought I had both belts, but it's not. I'm pretty sure that's the piece that would go probably maybe behind the eyes or something like that. So I need to get some black. Do I have any black handy? Surely I have some black somewhere. I could do a green belt. I've got some green here. Let's just do a green belt. And that'll save me from having to dig around looking for some black. Okay, so here's where we're gonna bring in our new friend to the stage. And we'll bring it here. And we're gonna just run this bad boy through it. And I've got it all set up and ready to go. So hopefully it'll work. I'm reaching around the camera, so if I knock it off, you'll know that's what we did. And there we have it. Isn't that fun? I'm calling that my new friend. That's my new live friend. Okay. All right, there we go. So we're just going to use this green belt. I think it'll look all right on the red, and then we'll put the white on it. And they'll just be a little bit different. And that's okay. Alrighty. So, where'd my glue go? All right, I think we about got all of our bits and pieces here. I can just keep track of my pieces parts. All right, get that laid down on there. And just give more to my little tray. Trying to stay organized when you're doing a live is next to impossible. At least for me it is. Because I just lay stuff aside and then I can't find it. All right, we'll just put that down on there. I think it would be cute if the belts were matching, but they're not, and it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Now, Janet, with hers, she did a really fun thing. She put them upside down from the top. Did you guys see her thing? She put them upside down from the top of her card and just showed part of their body or whatever. It was super cute. I thought it was a really cute way to do it. And what was funny was I'd actually, prior to seeing that, was thinking about doing something kind of, whimsical like that. But anyway, but then I kind of went in this direction. So what I've got here is a pre-made card base from Hobby Lobby. And we're just gonna, I'm bringing in, this is a set from Spellbinders that is the oval scalloped set. And I just took the layers and just used that is what I'm going to use for it. So I think that'll be fun. It'll be a cute little card. Yeah, they are so fun. That card is so cute that you did. Jenna, we need to figure out a time when you and I can go live together. That would be fun. We could probably do a Sunday night if you would be up for it. Yes, Jenna is quite creative. She is. So yeah, we need to look at our calendars and see if there's a time that maybe you could come and go live with me on my channel. That would be fun. You would love that. Good. Great. We'll have to do it. It'd be super fun. So I'm gonna get this laid down on here. I'm standing up so I can see what I'm doing. And this is pretty simple, but I think, you've got all these cute little elements here. You don't need a lot of fuss. And I'm hoping they'll fit on here. I think they will. And we've got some packages. And oh my goodness, is that cute or what? And we can put like a candy cane in one hand and the lollipop in another hand. Maybe over here. And then some packages on the ground. Isn't that cute? I think it's a really fun set. So let's just get this stuff laid down on here. Super, super cute. How about August 4th? What about August 4th? Oh, are you talking about a Monday when you're gone? Oh, that's an idea, Daria. That's a real good idea. Daria's going to be unavailable a little bit in August due to her travel schedule. And so, yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Now, I will tell you that August 4th is my husband and I's anniversary. At this point, I don't think we have anything planned for it because we have plenty of other stuff planned. But anyway, that is our anniversary. And let's see, oh my gosh, we have been married. It'll be 35 years. I'm old. Oh my goodness. Aren't these cute? Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Yeah, we'll have to work it out. We'll work it out. Find a time when we can do it. I've got some schedule changes coming up, I think. I haven't got everything ironed out, but I may have some schedule changes going on, so we'll see what happens. The boys are, are going to be off to school, so it's going to be different. Oh my goodness. Cute. These are so cute. Yeah. Very cute. I think I need to put a little bitty foam square on here because it's going to layer over that hand. So I think we need to add that. Oh my goodness, that is darling. I've got some threads on here. You know how you get those little die cutting hairs? I've got some on there. I was trying to get it off. Okay. I think we're going to kind of tuck some packages in down here around the bottom, maybe. Could probably do that. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this in her hand. And we're just going to put some glue on there. I don't think I can get a little foam strip on there. So cute. Okay, we are almost an hour in, and we got this one done. Get that laid down on there. Cute. Oh, come on. You need to stay. It's not wanting to stay. Let me see. What have I got here? Let's see if I can cut some foam down. Yeah, I think it's cute. I love it. I just love playing with all this itty bitsy pieces. I don't have any thin strips. I need to order. I love those ones from scrapbook.com that are just the little thin strips. I need to order some of those. I guess I have a whole adhesive problem going on here in my craft room, so I need to get me some adhesives that'll take care of business. So I'm making do with what I got. I was telling Jana, Jim, and you know because you sent me the link, but now I'm wanting the that stand that you store your plates in that comes with it. But that beast is $70 in and of itself. So I have got it sitting on just a piece that I had. Jan and I we're talking back and forth about all different kinds of ways that I could repurpose stuff that I have and use it. And so I did wind up using the piece that I had my other machines sitting on. At first I thought it was going to be too heavy for it because I mean that thing is heavy. I don't know if you guys, it is a heavy machine. But it seems to be working right now. But what I like about the base is that the Lazy Susan is on the bottom of the base instead of the machine. This machine has got legs, and then it has an area for the Lazy Susan that you set it down on. And I think it would be more stable if it just sat on its legs, and then the Lazy Susan was on the carousel. I don't know what that was. Something just fell. Anyway, so probably don't need all those packages, but I thought we'd die cut them out. We could kind of use them. I don't know, something like that maybe. Now, I most of my sentiments are not what I wanted for this set because I have all this. The new sentiments that I got from them are like a sip of cocoa, a cup of cheer, all that and everything. And so from that set, I just chose Winter Cheers, Merry Christmas, and Stay Snugly. And I'm actually bringing in some dies from the Better Press plate, I think. And then one of these dies is from the set. But I thought we would just cut these out And we could use these for our sentiments on if we can get our cards done. So I think I'm going to just do that. And we'll go ahead and run this through the machine as well. So I'm trying to get organized because I got a pile of stuff going on here. So we'll just add this to the stage. Trying to get all techie on you guys. I'm really not, but so you can see it swivels really nicely. Clicking the wrong buttons. There we go. And we will remove that. There we go. All right, so we've got some sentiments here that we can use. I think I'm going to, I don't know, winter cheer. Oh, that's it's kind of big for it. It says winter cheers. And I think I'd rather it say winter cheer because I don't have a cup. And so I think that's just going to do a little surgery here on it and just shrink it down a little bit. I think it's cute. I'd like to offset it a little bit. I don't know. That's what we've got. So that's what we're going to go with. I think what I'm going to do is put a couple of these on there so that I can let it hang off the side a little bit. Try and stack them up. I'm going to need more than one because we've got some layers going on there. And then we'll put seaweed on it. Let's see, what are we? There you go. You have a cutter cam. Yeah, I've named it Impressive is what I've named it. Jim, do you work for HEN? HSN. Oh, okay. If he doesn't, he definitely should be an affiliate because he well, I'm gonna need on both sides, I guess. He is the one that pretty much lured me into getting it. He sent the link in the live chat, and we were talking about it on that live, and then I didn't have it because the live was over and I didn't get the link. And then the next day, Jana took it upon herself to send me the link, and so then Jim the enabler. Yeah. No, you're known as the enabler. Jim, I don't know if you saw that messy craft room video that I ran where I was cleaning up my craft room and I was doing an unboxing. Was it today? I don't know when I ran. Today, I think. And I put toward the end of it when I'm either opening it or whatever, I said, thanks to Janet and Jim. I put that on there because I thought, well, they kind of led me down that path to get that, but I'm loving it. No more cranking. I didn't realize, I mean, I thought, oh, I can crank. And my arms are good and everything, but oh my goodness, don't have to crank it anymore. So, anywho, are you guys liking those comments rolling on the screen? I don't know if you like it. It's a beta thing. It's something new on here that they're trying. And I didn't know if you'd like it or not, so I thought I'd turn it on. But anyway, isn't this super cute? Let's look at the next one. I don't know if it's quite as fussy as this one, so we might be able to get through it. But what we've got here is the clauses. And there are 25 cutting dice, so it may be as fussy. Are you guys okay to hang for a little bit? I mean, it is earlier. I know it's 8 o'clock. Daria's probably about ready to fall asleep on me, but I thought it might be fun to go ahead and do this one if you guys are willing to hang a little bit longer. And if you're not, that's okay. But I thought we'd go ahead and get started on this. So I've got a lot of red stuff that I cut out here because this is Santa and Mrs. Claus. And I've had to get, all the red. And I'm using Spellbinders paper. So it's good and thick. It's not wanting to release there. This is, I think, where I took the shim out on it. I'm going to put these little bitty ones down in here so I don't lose them. Hopefully. I don't know if those are berries or what those are. Where's my time? Oh, here it is. I need to kind of run this along here. There we go. Let that release. And if I think I'm going to use this panel for my background panel, and I'm just going to have a smidgen of it hanging there. So let's just get going and see if we can get these pieces assembled here. So we got Santa's bag and his list. And then Mrs. Claus is carrying a plate of cookies. Of course, she's got to feed Mr. Claus. And then she's got some holly in her hair. Super cute. Daria said, I was going to say goodnight. You know me well, Shanna. Yes. Jana says she's good to watch. I have you here on YouTube and ECR on Twitch. Oh, so you're multitasking. Yeah. I went with the darker red for the clauses because I thought I wanted them to look a little bit richer. Where do you find the assembly guide? Okay. This is on, when you click through the pictures on the product and you roll through there, you'll find them. I mentioned earlier, Jim, I don't think you were on. Somebody had asked a question about that Magi and what a piece was, and it actually was their beards. But if you go on Spellbinders, I went to print this off because I don't get any packaging. I just get them in a baggie. And then you can print this off as well, and it shows you, all the little bits and pieces and where they go and how you should assemble them and all that. And it helps. And especially when you're putting it together for the first time on a live with no trial run, it's good for me to have that because you guys have watched me, I put things on wrong occasionally, and that's how it goes. So, okay. So we have got, oh, that's interesting. Okay. We've got, this is Mrs. Claus's face. And then Santa Claus, his is more like narrow because of his beard and stuff. So, and her hair, oh my gosh, it's hilarious. What did I die cut it out in? I think, did I do it in, I think I did it in white thinking that I would kind of add some color to it, or she would just be gray-headed. I think I'm going to need a gray marker for that. So, because I'll probably want to add some gray to her hair or whatever. So let's just get started. I'm going to do what I can readily see that I know. Okay, so I can tell that this belt, I believe, and I did him in white. They show it in black, but I feel like Santa, boy, that's big. That seems really big. Have I got the, oh, maybe I've got the wrong piece. I feel like that's it. I've got a green one here. Maybe the green one. I don't know. That green one fits really well on there. I wonder what that white piece is for. Oh, I know. Excuse me. All right. It goes along the bottom of this. I need a drink. Everybody's saying goodnight to Daria. Daria gets up early in the morning. Yeah, she said hopes to see everybody tomorrow, so we'll be having fun. I don't know why I've got a tickle on my throat all of a sudden. Just enough to annoy me. There we go. All right. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Now, I believe this piece goes along the bottom, is where it goes, like the bottom of his jacket. And so we'll put it down there. Like I said, it's been several days since I die cut these pieces out, so I can't remember exactly where all the pieces parts go. So I have to look at the guide. Oh, and I dropped it. Okay, I was gonna try and just hold it up there. So this is Santa. It's like his belly. And then this is going to fit on top of that, just like that. So we'll get some glue laid down on there. And we'll get them together. And there's good etched detail on there, so you can kind of line it up how it goes. Get it laid down on there. So fun, fun, fun. Okay, so we've got some arms going on here. We're going to figure these out. So, let's see. Okay. So I think this one's probably going to go with her. And this one, the way it's pictured, I'm just looking at how it's pictured here. And then this one's going to go with him. And then this one's going to go like this, is how I've kind of got it pictured. So we'll just keep going and adding stuff and get them all decorated up. Now we should have some cuffs for our arms. And I think the cuffs are all the same. I think, yeah, I did white for the gloves and I did the cuffs white. I'm going to lay the cuffs down and see if I want to just leave the gloves red or if I want to make them white or whatever. I might leave them. I might not want to layer them up. I might want to just leave them red with white cuffs. Okay. We need another one. And this is my little Dollar Tree tray here. I have a bunch of those that I use for all my junk, just to keep everything straight. There we go. So cute. We've got Love from Lizzie release coming up too. So just to mention that, I'll be doing an unboxing video of that. I've got it partially done, but it's not completely done yet. So that'll be fun. So lots of fun stuff to keep me busy. Okay. Now, if we wanted to, well, I guess, yeah, I'm not going to use the gloves because this would actually go underneath it. Let me just show you. But I think I like the gloves being red and then having the white trim on them. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. It might be kind of plain. They did green on this, but I was kind of sticking with the red and the white. Now we've got the little piece that goes with our belt that I've die cut out in black. Now they have got little glasses that are going to be so darling as well. Yeah, the trays do come in handy because I've got 3 of them and I can get 3 projects ready and then just stack them on top of each other, and then it kind of keeps everything in there and you don't have to chase it around or whatever. So, okay, so let's see what I've got here. Figure out all my bits and pieces. I think I've got a white. Where does that go? That's our little. Was that? I felt like that was her little scallop area for her neck. Let's just keep going, see what we got here. She has got some buttons or whatever on her that we can lay down. And hopefully, yeah. Get that laid down on there straight. Okay. This is the right one. Oh, that's my bell. That was my bell. Must be this one. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to look. Yeah, it looks like, I feel like there's another white piece. I don't know. I'm going to start with assembling the faces and see if we can get it put on here. I just need to look. Yeah, they've got these black pieces that are going to go behind their eyes and their mouth, I believe, is what these are. Whoops, there's a boot. So there's like a longer one and a shorter one, I think. And so for her, I'm popping the eyes out. And then I feel like we can use that fit on there. So we can use that for the eyes. So we'll just put some glue on there. Can you guys see that all right? I'm not paying attention to the screen very well. I'll get that light down on there. So fun. Oh my goodness. So we've got our little eyes. Got to get it lined up evenly so we don't. There we go. And then it looks like, I'm trying to look at the, you have a 2-piece mouth area. And I did it all in red. Let me look at this. See, I have these 2 little ones here. Those look like lips. I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'm trying to, it's showing her face here, and there are 2 pieces here. That they're showing for the face. And it looks like they've got black behind it, and then they've got the red on top of it. So I guess you could do that. I'll do that. We've got those pieces. Hopefully I'm not using a piece that is supposed to go for something else. Like I said, I haven't assembled these before. So Janet, did you have this set? Did you work with this set? Jenny, what are you cooking? I didn't see what you're cooking, so I don't know if you mentioned it. This piece has got some frays on it. And then I think we can take the little tongue and I don't know. Do I put that on there? Maybe it goes underneath there. I'm not sure. Tuck it underneath there a little bit. That kind of looks like how they've done it. Just tucked the tongue underneath there on the black part, and then you've got just a little bit of the tongue showing on her. I think that's cute. Now, yeah, and I think you could do a white piece and for the eyebrows You could do it like that. I think that actually if I get her hair laid down, I might be able to cover up the eyebrows with a hairpiece, maybe. Mhm. So we have this. Okay, this piece is part of her hair. I knew I was trying to figure out where that goes, but so she's got like a bun. She has kind of like her hair up in a bun. And then if I get this out of here, yeah, this'll take care of her eyebrows because she's got gray hair and gray eyebrows. Try to get that little piece out of there. Okay. Oh, let's see. Quick spaghetti tonight. You only have the elves and the rocking chair, horse, and carriage and the country stomach. Oh, that country Christmas is just, I love that set. It's really good. A really good set. And you can just do, I could just see some versatility with that. It wouldn't necessarily have to be Christmas. You could do a lot of things with it. You could use, the horse with the barn and make a country card, a farm card, whatever. I mean, just lots of things. Wouldn't necessarily, I cannot get those little eyebrows out of there. There we go. That might have been when I needed the shim, the metal shim in there. Of course, I don't know if I think I might have die cut this out before I got the Empress, so I can't blame it on that. So there's that. And then if we wanted to give her a little bit of color, I think I brought in a gray. This is kind of an ice gray blend. Could add maybe a little color. Ah, her face is coming off. Needed more glue on there. Could probably just add a little bit of color to her hair. Like that. And then add a little bit here. And we're gonna lay it down on there and just give her a little bit of a color. Now, I'm not a colorist. You guys want to see some coloring, go to Jana's channel and you can really see some coloring. She's really good at it. It's just not my thing. It's cute. Okay. I mean, I like to, but it's just, let's see. I was just thinking rocking chair would be out on a layout for the would be cut on a layout for the grandbaby. So I'm trying to start there. Yeah, that'd be really fun. And I was thinking too that it would make a great, like a baby shower card, or new baby card or whatever, because you can put that rocking chair on there with that bear, and I just think that would be a really cute baby shower card. I think that would be really cute. So anyway, fun. And then you can do with that barn, you could do a lot of things. It could be a housewarming type card. Especially, with all these barn dominiums and stuff that are going up. I think that could be really cute. Okay, so we've given her some gray hair. So we've got that. And here's her. Okay. Let's look and see. What do we have? We have a piece that lays on her. Oh, I've done it in red, is what I've done. So we're just like layering it up in red. And then her neck goes on there. Do I have that on it? Yeah. Okay. And it kind of shows you where her neck goes. And I could have done that in a different color, but I didn't. I'm just going with what I got. You didn't get the barn. Yeah, the barn is so cute. Love it. I did a couple barns. I did the barn with the horse and the carriage, and then I did the barn by itself and did a couple different videos with it. Super fun. Super, super fun. Okay, let's see. I think we have die cut pieces for the cheeks and the nose. And I think we need to make them a little bit more rosy than what I've got because I need them to show up on that cardstock that this is the same color and I want them to show up a little bit. So we'll just add some color to it. And we're going to lay down Santa's nose is in there, so we'll have to get him. There we go. Yeah, this Christmas in July has been really fun. Oh, thanks, Jenny. The hub's got home. You got to eat. Well, thanks for joining the live. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you here. And enjoy your dinner. Sounds like it's going to be lovely. Now, my husband has his pool date, so he went to play pool. So we'll have to get a snack or something when he gets back. So, okay. So how they have her is like this, with her little arm kind of like that. I'm just going to follow the guide. When you don't know what to do, you just follow the guide, and that'll help you come up with a plan for what you're doing with your. I want one of her little buttons to show, but it might not if we do the cookies in her hand. Just depends on how I want to do it. Now, we've got the cookies here, and we could put the cookies in her hand like that, and then I think we could do that. Let's do that. All right. So much fun. I still haven't figured out what this piece is for. I keep wondering. I think that is Santa's beard, maybe. I think is what that is. Yes, it is. Okay. Kept looking at it thinking, what is this piece? There, now we can see the little buttons on her. Now, I wanted to do this in white. I thought that'd be cute in white, but I didn't. To kind of have some little bloomers. Maybe we should do that real quick. Just take a minute and do that. I don't want to lose my pieces. Do I have any? I can find some white. Sure, I have some white here somewhere. And then take that piece out. I just think it'd be cuter in white. Oh, I know why I did all of it, because it's all on the same die. That's why I did it all in that. So I'm going to grab a piece of white, and then we can, oops, put the camera there. Sorry, just trying to get organized. Then we can add some embellishment to her dress as well, because we have these other pieces that we can do. I'm not sure what that one is. So, all right, let's go ahead and get it die cut out. And we will do that. And you guys, you've seen my die cutting machine and you've seen my setup, so I'm just going to do it real quickly here. And not switch screens. Okay, let's see. And I'm guessing the snack won't be sweet potatoes fries. No, they won't. I don't know what we'll have. The other night we got home and late, and we were both starving, and I said, it was actually lunchtime, and it was like 2:30, and neither one of us had eaten lunch. And I said to him, because he had gotten home before me, I said, did you get lunch? And he goes, no, I was about to do that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was starving. And it was just one of those things. I had made roast and potato and carrots the day before, and we had some left over, and it was in the refrigerator. And I was like, yes, I love it when you can just pull something out of the refrigerator. And I don't know. I didn't do a very good job die cutting. I think this was the piece I used the Cricut on, or the Cricut knife on. There we go. Anyway, I just love it when I can just open up the refrigerator and pull out something, heat it up, and go for it. That's one thing about my husband. He will eat leftovers. Some people I know don't like them. but he will eat them, and I love them. I mean, it's awesome to not have to, if you've got some in there and you can just throw them together and have a good meal. So that's how I roll. Okay, so that is cute. Okay, I lost my little guide. Get our pieces out of the way. Look at that, I've got a foam sticker on there. Chaos, that's what it is. Okay, so I've got that. Oh, so you could have laid this down and then put the red on top of it. But I think, oh man, I was going to do that, but the way the neck works, that's not going to work. So we'll just leave her alone. But I think it looks cute with a little white along the bottom there. And I think her little gray hair looks cute too. So that is him. Have I got those glued down already? And they are a little bit crooked, but that's okay. And then this is her. Very cute. She's coming together. They're going to be very red and white for sure. Okay. Now she has some holly in her hair. And so we'll just get that going. And so I've got two little pieces here. And then there's a little cluster. And then there's a couple of extra little dies there. And I think, yeah, for that, just kind of cluster these up. And then I think you just layer the other little dots down on top of that is what you do. So we'll just get this together. I feel like I'm pretty boring tonight. I just don't have anything to talk about. There we go. And then you can take and layer the 3 berries on top and just give it that extra amount of dimension if you want to do that. Of course, you could skip this part because you've got them, but since I die cut them out, we'll go ahead and use them. And then we'll have, oh, I got to get turned over. There we go. And then we'll have those berries on there. So those are cute. Let's see. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And then I just kind of have it in her hair. So we'll just add some glue to the back of it and put it in her hair. There we go. So I think we mostly have her assembled. And so now we need to work on him. And so we'll go ahead and I feel like, what else do I have here? Okay, this is his beard. And I think before we get started, I'm going to add a little bit of color. I believe that this is, his face is going to go on here. And then it's got the etched detail that shows you how to line it up like that. And then you have his white eyebrows through it. So we'll get that laid down on there. We need to poke his eyes out. That doesn't sound very nice, but and get the black laid down on there for that. So we'll do that. I love that they're making these strips for those eyes now. Makes it a lot easier. I used to always take a piece of black and just lay it on there. But now you've actually got a little die cut piece that's meant for that. Probably got some glue right there where his eyebrows are. Probably a little bit there. And you've got detail so you can line it up. Okay. And then we have his mustache that lays there, and then I think you put his nose on top of it, and then his beard. So let's go ahead and get his beard laid down on here. I think it kind of goes like that. So we'll put some glue on here. Get it glued down. Boy, I hope that glue comes in tomorrow. Love the Klauses. Yeah, they're the Klauses. I can't talk. Super fun. A little bit of his ears will show, I think. We'll just have a little bit. I'm going to get it lined up on the line there where your detail is. And then we'll put his little beard on there. Let's go ahead. I was thinking about the gray, and then I got distracted. And we'll go ahead and kind of give him a little bit of gray as well, just to add some interest to it. I'm not going to do a lot. We'll do it like that. And we'll kind of go around his mustache as well. And then we'll lay that down on there. I can do a better job than that. Cute. Okay. So we'll put some glue right here. I might need to put his cheeks on there before I do that, because it looks like it's going to be tight. I don't want to lose his nose either. I've got his nose here. So I don't want that dark. I'm going to go with this again. And then we've got this piece here that fell out. I'm going to try to hold it in place. And there we go. Get it. Okay. I think that we definitely need his cheeks in there before I get that beard laid down, or I won't be able to get him positioned like I need to. What kind of glue do you guys use? I'm really interested. I was watching Jay's video where he was casing a card. It's a hop that he was on, and he had a glue bottle that had a real long tip on it, and it came out really very easily, and it just looked, I was like, I need to find a glue that I like. I'm constantly struggling. You guys know I had that glue press, and I struggled with it so much that I finally just gave it to Daria, because I was like, ugh, I just couldn't deal with it. I know T gave hers away as well, but do you guys what is your preference for glue? Generally Barely Art, is mine, and I like the fine tip, but sometimes the temperature or the humidity or whatever I have going on in here makes it not want to flow like I need it to. And so I'm just wondering if you guys have preferences on your glue that you could recommend to me. I say that as I have Barely Art glue coming hopefully tomorrow, and quite honestly, that Eileen's that I was using here, PVA glue that T recommended. I need to check that out. This really isn't bad. It's $2.49. I mean, and you get 4 full ounces. It's way cheaper than anyway. But I'm constantly unhappy with my glue. And maybe it's user error. I don't know. Okay. Now, what do we need for Santa? Probably, does he have I don't think he has a strip of hair. I think his hat goes right on there, and there's a detail on there. So we'll just lay this down. cute. Oh my goodness, isn't that cute? We got to put his little white cuff on his hat. Very cute. It's coming together. Okay. We also should have, there it is. Okay. As I say, we should have a white piece for his hat. There we go. Cute. He's coming together. Okay. So looks like we want to put his little arm on. And then we have this other little arm. We could actually put it on there like that. I think his beard, yeah, his beard will cover it up. So we can just lay it on there like that. Now, if we want to put his naughty and nice list in here, we can put it in there like that. It has some detail that goes with it. Let's go ahead and get his, let's see. Do I want it tucked underneath his hand? I think I do. So this is where when you have multiple tweezers comes in handy. So this is the detail on the list that makes it look kind of scrolly. And I think, do I have, let's get this out of the way. Do I have a brown tone here? I do not. I'll be right back. I should have brought all my markers over. Not sure what color we want, but I think we need a little bit of a little darker color. That's not right. Just testing it on my, well, I know I don't want that. No, we're gonna go with this one. That's more of an orange. Okay, we'll just put a little darker down on those. Just to give it a little bit of detail. There we go. And then we'll just, I don't know. Probably go around the edges too. These are just my tri-blend markers that I'm using. Okay, so then this little piece here, if I can get a hold of it, is gonna go down on here like this. And we'll just kind of line that up on there. I could have brought in just a brown blending brush and just did it like that. That might have been a little bit nicer, but I think this will be okay. Whoops, as I throw it across the table and send Mrs. Claus flying. And this corner needs to go a little bit darker, I think. I think we'll go around the edges. Is everybody still with me? Looks like we're kind of dwindling down. It's getting later, and All right, there we go. So that is Santa's list. And now I'm gonna have to put some more glue on my arm because it's drying while I was doing that. And we'll get it. Okay, so it looks like, let's see, Santa would be holding his list kind of like that. And it does kind of cover up his belt a little bit. I'm gonna angle it a little bit just so we can see that little buckle a little bit. Hate to cover up all the detail. And we also need to keep in mind that actually we need to get our head on there because I'm gonna do this. Like that, I think, is how we want to do it. Okay. So, goodness gracious, we'll get there. How was I doing that? Like this, I think. There we go. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Look at that. We could probably, can we move his arm down a little bit? Well, we're not going to see our belt buckle, but I think I want to see more of his face. So we'll just have to lose the belt buckle there. Super cute, super cute. So he also has a bag that you could put on there, but I'm going with the list. But you can also put like a bag. We can, we could, in theory, we could tuck it in there. And he'd have his bag too. Could do it like that. So I think I'm just going to use the list. And we've got her, and we need to get her cookies in here. Am I missing any pieces? I don't know. We can put them like here where she's holding. We might do that because we're going to have them kind of, I was thinking about putting them over here, but I don't know how much room we'll have. I don't even have a card. I don't have my card elements ready yet. So let's just get our cookies on here. And the cookies are layered. You've got 2 layers. And so what I thought I would do is they have little holes in like where the chocolate chips will show through. And so I was just going to put some darker color down on there. And this is the darkest color I have on my desk, so I'm just going to use it. Hopefully it'll show through there. But we'll just darken this up. And then the other layer is like the chips. Well, it'll show the chips. The chocolate chips. Okay. So just put a little, oops. Bits and pieces are flying. She's out of control. Okay. Definitely need our little tools for this. Oh, there it goes again. They're running away from me. And then that does kind of give it a chocolate chip look. So I'm trying to get them lined up and be able to show you. And they're so tiny. Oops, they're not wanting to stay. All right. Okay, come on. There we go. So there's our chocolate chip. You can barely see it. I think when we get it on our plate, you'll be able to see it a little bit more. So let's just get them all glued up and assembled. And then we'll be ready to pull together our card. And I can let you guys go to bed. This will be probably a 2-hour live by the time we get done. Alrighty. So I'm just going ahead and poking through just to make sure I have a good hole on there so that my darker color will show through. All right, I'm gonna let that sit. And I'll poke through these as well, just to make sure we have some good chocolate chips. There we go. Lay them down on there. Alrighty. Now we'll just get them arranged on our plate. Cute. Okay. So we can put them like this. Whoops, I need to let this dry for a minute. Everything's moving around on me. Let's put them scissors on there, or those tweezers on there, and just let them hold it for a minute. Let's see. Am I missing anything? I was trying to look and see. I have this extra piece here because the hat die cuts out in one, and so I had to go ahead and oh, I know I'm missing. Yes, we do not want to forget. We have the bell, which we can put in Santa's hand, which could be fun, but we have to use these glasses. These glasses are awesome. Now, they've got them like in gold on the sheet here, but I thought black horn rim glasses would be so cute. So I'm going with the black horn rim glasses, and I thought that would be fun. So I forgot I had my cookies there. And we're going to get these laid down on there. This is where you need just the finest amount of glue, so you don't mess your face up, but you can get them glued down. That's where you need this really fine tip. Okay, this is going to just be adorable. Isn't that cute? I love them. Let's see, what's Jim saying? Those faces would look cute on a small gift tag. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. That is a great idea, Jim. Great idea. That would be darling. Okay. And then Santa has more, his spectacles are more rounded. She's kind of got the cat eye glasses, and he's got the rounded ones. And this is some heavy duty. This is actually some poster board. I had a bunch of scraps from a project that I did at the church, and I had a bunch of this left. And so when I want something to be kind of sturdy, I'm using this stuff here. It's really thick. Okay. Just reposition that. Oh my goodness. Aren't these so cute? I love them. Oh my gosh. They're just adorbs. Adorable. Okay, so we've kind of got a mess going on here. What have we got? Okay, I've got the bell, and I wonder where my little, here it is. This is the little gold clanger for the bell. And the bell would probably be fun to do some different colors on it or something, but I think it was probably all one piece, and I just die cut it out in this gold matte cardstock is what I did. It would be fun to have like a red bell clanger thing, like the clanger thing. That would be fun. And of course we've got this metallic cardstock, so it's wanting to slide all over the place. I think we're getting there. Wax tool. There we go. And then we can put that in Santa's hand. Just kind of lay it across his hand, like he is ringing the bell. Oh my goodness, is that cute or what? Okay, now. Those darn cookies are still moving around on there. They do not want to lay down. All right, let's kind of clean up this and let's pull together some type of a card base or something that we can use. I was thinking that it would be fun to layer this on top of that and have that, and then maybe have a white area or something. Yes, I was thinking this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to have to die cut a couple things out, and then we are on the home stretch, so hang in there with me. I think that this A2 matting basic die will die cut to where I'll have just a little tiny red edge with this scrap here. Love to use my scrap up, and I think that'll be fun. So we're gonna do that really quick, and I'm gonna want to get a white panel. And a card base. So we're going to also probably bring in one of our Perfect Touch arches for this. So we'll just die cut this out really quick. And I'm going to forego the camera for the time's sake. And that Empress shuts itself off when it's not been used in a while, I've noticed. Because I'm not turning it off. And then when I go back to it, I'm having to turn it back on. So it does shut itself off. So let's see, is that going to work for us? Yes, look at that. Nice little red edge on there with our scrap. Perfect. And then we've got our card base and we've got this. And I want to see how much room I'm going to need for these two to hang out together here. And she could be just, it could be, I don't know. I think that one will work. All right, we'll go with that one. Let's see how that's going to look on our panel here. Gosh, I wish I could go smaller. Let's see, can I go one smaller? That one? Can that work? I think we can leave them hang off the edge. Let's do that. I want to have more of that black and white showing just because I love it. So we'll go ahead and do this. Cute. Look at all this glue and everything I have on my desk. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to get there. We're getting there, folks. Thanks for hanging with me. I know I'm not that incredibly exciting, but it is fun. It's fun stuff. So let's get this out of the way. And I'm going to shoot my desk here real quick and get this so I don't make a mess out of my card base and my layers and everything. So we'll do that. Much, much better. Okay. All right. Now, trying not to have an avalanche off to the side. Okay. So we've got our card base, and I deliberately, when I'm die cutting out of my spellbinders, I usually try to stay in the center area or somewhere about so that I know that I can use a layer for my card. And that way I make the most out of it. So I am a cheapskate, I guess. What's going on here? My mouse was getting covered up. And so, yeah, you've been here, Jana. Yeah, I know. A lot of times we're watching our, favorite crafters and doing other stuff and listening in the background and stuff. I do that myself, so I completely understand. And I'm not holding you hostage, so you can come and go free will. Okay. Oh, there, I just cleaned my desk off and then I dropped the glue thing all over it. That's how it goes. All right. Grab the rag. All right. And now we'll get this. Now this particular paper here is Cat Scrappiness farm paper, and I wanted the black and the white, so I grabbed it, and I thought it would be pretty. I thought it would be fun, and so I grabbed it. And we're going to get a nice little edge laid all the way around here. Gotta get it where I want it. There we go. And just the faintest little red, and we've used that panel, and efficient. Oh, is that what I am? Held hostage. Yeah. Okay. So that is super cute. And then we've got this little layer here that I thought would be fun to put them on. What is going on here? Had some screen pop up there. Yeah, no waste, Jim. I don't like to waste. Especially that, that Spellbinders cardstock it's a little pricey. But it's good. I love it. And so I try to make the most of it. There we go. This is going to be cute. I like it. I like it. I like it. We can't forget about her cookies. Sorry. I think we need to get them tucked in there, but let's see how we're going to fit on here. I think that could work. Now, I have a sentiment, and I want to think about that too, because I didn't do a very good job of thinking about it on this one. So I need to try and think about, we could put them up higher and put the sentiment down here. I think that could be cute. I actually wish I had layered in black behind that. I think that would be nice. Let me see. Or we could do it up here like that. You like it at the top or the bottom. You need one on the frame and one behind it. You need one on the frame and one behind it. So, like, are you saying like pop one up? Saying you need one on the frame and then one behind it. I think I glued my frame down already. I'm trying to see. I'm not understanding. I thought you had a thin frame cut out. I had this one. Oh, I see what you're saying. That is a cute idea. I like it. So I think what you're saying is create a frame with this to put down on there, put her in the center, put the frame on it, and then put him on it. I think that's what you're saying. And I think that is a splendid idea. Do I have any black? I'm also having a shortage of black cardstock at the moment. Let us see. You're looking at the die, not an actual die cut. Yeah, okay, you were looking at the die, not an actual die cut. Okay. Yeah. But I think I'm picking up what you're putting down there. So we'll give it a whirl. This is a bigger one. Maybe I should go down. Let's see, because that's that size and then that. So maybe I should step. I don't know. We're going to try it. Because then that would be like that. I think I know what you're saying, Jim, and I like the idea. So I think this is what you're meaning. And so I'm going to try it. So I just need a little tape, and I'm standing up now. When I get serious, I got to stand up and get in the mode ready to take off running, I guess. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just create And I think this is great because it just brings more of the black in. Now this is that heavy stuff that I was talking about that I, that is like poster board or whatever. And so I think that said, I'm going to bring in this shim here for this and add it. And that way we'll have a good cut. Jim, I think this is going to be a really good idea. So I'm hoping this is what you meant. So what I'm going to do is bring this frame in. And I think what you're saying is put, and I've got some die cut pieces. Let me get, see those little hairs? I hate it when that happens. So then we bring this in and we lay this down. And I believe what you're suggesting is put one of them on the inside and then one of them on the outside of it. And then we could, I think that is darling. That is a great recommendation. Why didn't I think of that? I love my chat. I love my chat. You guys are fantastic. You guys are far better crafters than I am. I always get great recommendations from you guys. I don't even know why I make videos. I'm telling you. I probably shouldn't because I don't really know what I'm doing most of the time. But it is fun. I'm trying to see. Is my chat? Yeah. Jim, you'll have to tell me if this is what you're thinking. And if it wasn't, this is what I thought. And I really like where we're headed. Okay. So, do we want Mr. in and Mrs. out? Or do we want Mrs. in and Mr. out? Exactly your vision. Good. I'm glad. I think I'm going to put her in and leave him out is how I think I'm going to do it. And I love this idea, Jim. Fantastic. Jim for the win. So fun. Oh my goodness. It's like she's standing in the doorway and he's coming in and she's got cookies ready for him. Isn't that cute? All right. Am I going to need, let me feel how this feels. No, I think he can, I think I can glue him right down on there and it'll be all right on that piece there. We'll just hit what we can hit with it. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Such a great idea. Love it. Very cute. Okay, so we need some foam. We're going to pop the cinnamon up and get it laid down on there. Where's the sticky scissors? There. Is it long enough? It's going to be close. I'll just trim this down a little bit. Save that for later. I feel like I have. Okay. We have got to add, I'm realizing I didn't add their shoes, and I'm glad I noticed this before we went off the live. A lot of times I'll notice I miss something after I get off my live and I'm like, darn it. And I'll put it on for the picture, but it aggravates me that I do that. So we've got some boots. These boots are made for walking. Probably shouldn't sing on there. I'll probably get copyrighted. It's cute little Cute little bits. We need a little bit more glue, I think. Boop. There we go. Hers are more like hills and his are more flat. So we'll get those laid down on there. Cute. Get them lined up. There we go. Very cute. Where's my little cheat sheet? Because I think we've got a layer on the boot too. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Yes, we do. Okay, I thought we did. All right. Come on, get your little feet here. All right. This one on there. Now it'd been cute with a white cuff, but I die cut it out in black. Probably, I don't know, the die's probably got it all together. But I'm gonna go ahead and add that layer just so we have the dimension. And hers are skinnier, so I think they're the smaller ones. That's cute. That dimension on there is really cute. All right, we're almost to the finish line. Is my cinnamon crooked? I feel like it is. Is it? Oh, no. It'll be right. Okay. Now I get that laid down in the right direction. There we go. Oh my goodness, it's darling. There we go. Line it up. Super fun. Okay, now I'm looking at all the bits and pieces in here. Some of these are just extra elements that I die cut out that I don't need. So I don't think I've missed anything. We do have the bag that could have been added. You didn't hear anything? Just kind of cleaning up some glue that's on there. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Now it could have been fun if I'd have laid the white underneath here and then put the red on top of that and then used a red button instead, but I think it's super cute. I think it's darling. So we've got our claws, our the clauses, and then we've got our elves, Santa's elves. So I think they turned out really cute. Super fun. It's a fun set. And I had a lot of fun working with you guys. I appreciate you guys all stopping by and watching and hanging out with me. It's always a lot of fun. And I hope to see you again soon, hopefully tomorrow, maybe 10 a.m. with Daria and I. And then if not, maybe next Sunday. And then I do have my daily videos on my channel that you can check out if you like watching pre-recorded voiced over ones. I've, always got a lot of product that I'm working with. My white was coming off my candy cane there, so I just laid that back down, but I think they're super cute. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening and a great week, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye now. Take care.